It's happening again. Trouble sets in, waiting for the dividends. No doubt I'm making dollars make sense, but it really doesn't matter that much in the end. I grab the pen cause what gets me off my mattress is music. The love is deep rooted, it's everlasting. It follows me from the cradle to the casket. Pure satisfaction gathering my soul shattered fragments.
Now we are back. This is the fourth segment of the radio show, and where we talk more with DEM and hang out, listen to another song. But the difference is we've been doing this for a little while, so the conversation only gets better, as the show goes on. Because normally the way that it works every show, and you guys have probably been in many shows, where you get interviewed, where it starts off, it's like, a little quieter, a little easier, direct answers, and by the end of it, you're like, let me tell you my life story. And so the conversation gets better as the conversation goes. And now here we are at the fourth segment, and let's hear the juicy details. The juicy details. I'm just kidding. But no, we are going to listen to another song, and then we'll discuss the rest of the stuff. So what song are we going to hear now?
This next song that we're gonna listen to is called Fung Shui.
Fung Shui. All right, Fung Shui by DEM.
And I keep on telling you I've got some time to spare. Really you are seeking a love but some attention. Listen to the rhythm cause I got something to tell. If there's ever some worry that you cannot connect to them, well, let your time not pass you in a hurry. Based on a decision that you thought you made well. Don't know that you need little excitement, some good loving that can help you push through. Keep your mind off your troubles into lightning. Light up the fire, switch your angle of view. Yes. Well, oh, well, oh, well. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Brother trying to prevent me from ever loving you, and they shame me. They said you spread around, but I believe no chapter from the mouth. No, 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 no. If there's ever some worry that you cannot connect to them, well, let your time not pass you in a hurry. Based on the decision that you thought you made well. Lord knows that you need little excitement, some good loving that could help you push through. Keep your mind off your troubles into lightning. Light up the fires with your angle of view. Yeah. Listen, yes I say, reggae music every day. Well, oh, well, oh, well.
So let's talk about this song. It's just a smooth song, man. I mean, it goes pretty, just like the rest of your stuff music that you guys make. It's just this like steady stream of just good bob your head vibes.
Yeah. Believe it or not, whenever we recorded that song and we were thinking about the entire concept of the album, I actually wanted that song not to be on the album, and I didn't feel comfortable with the way that I was singing it, and
why did you not feel comfortable about that?
It was a new song for me. It was at the time it was a song that I had just written. I was living in Galveston, and that song, it just came about from the ether, just being in that cycle. And whenever I presented it to Dane at Tall Sky Studios, I wasn't really sure about it, but I showed him the progression. It was an easy, just 2 chords, and I sung the melody, and I just wasn't really too happy about it. And I was trying to scrap it, and we were gonna go with "Love," I guess, the song that we scratched, and or just not have that song on there, you know. So I remember sitting back, and it was Dane was the one that wanted that song to go first, and I was more or less like, yeah, all right, sure, I'll put that song out there. But the song I recorded it whenever I was in Galveston, and it was whenever I was going through like a readjustment of my like life at that point, you know. So I was getting a lot into Eastern philosophies. I was traveling with my friend Mr. Robert Kuhn, and he was showing me different ways of living, different ways of eating, and we were touring. At that time, I was playing percussion for him, and I started really incorporating that into my daily existence, and I felt like that song "Fung Shui," it was a message, you know, to myself and to anyone that could relate to it at that time. Yeah, so I call it. I like the title "Feng Shui," you know, for what it stands for. You know, you're kind of doing like an internal feng shuiing, you know,
right.
to get things, to get the energy right.
That kind of just, feelings, feng shui.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you know, like
not just facing your plant this direction. You know, there's actually a lot more to it than that.
Right, because they think of like in the concept of feng shui, it's very hexagonal. So whenever you go in, you have your fire element or your water element, and then to the corner of that, you want the energy to be distributed across and do the right movements so everything could be just right. And I thought of the concept of like feng shui to your living space, so energy could flow effectively to benefit you. You could essentially do the same thing internally, where you could feng shui your life and to have the flow of energy from your crown to your root and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. So I know about this song because Gladys wrote about it. Shout out to Gladys Fuentes at Houston Press.
Yes, you sure did.
Yeah. But we were talking about it a little bit before the show, and I think that really, like, there's even a line in the song that talks about not letting time pass you in a hurry, and I think that's a really nice thing. You know, we live in like a huge city with all these people, and we're all trying to get somewhere fast and do things in a hurry. And I think so many of the songs that we heard tonight really just ask you to take a minute and just like slow down.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a strength. But you know, what's the value of that as an artist? You know, just reminding people to do that. You know, speak to that a little bit, I guess.
So I believe the verse was okay. So to speak on that, the verse was it starts with, if there's ever some worry that you cannot connect to them well, let your time not pass you in a hurry based on the decision that you thought you made well. It's kind of like tu valor, but it's in a sense where like you're trying to readjust your living so that there's no regrets here. Every decision you make is true, and every emotion that you have is true. So as long as you're living within that content, you could exist without living in vain, and trusting that time will allow you to develop or even learn the lesson that you need to learn.
But you can't just do that in a hurry. You can't rush into it.
No, you can't.
There were songs really asking you to take a deliberate look at things and slow down, and I think a lot of y'all songs do that. You know, just really just take us down a pause, and when the person cuts you off, you're just not like you know?
Yeah, that was actually happening a lot today. Today I was the most I've ever gotten cut off by people on purpose for no reason. It's like super blue moon tonight.
Well, between that and I think people are just like, okay, it's been like 800 degrees for 400 days now. I need a break. I'm irritated. You know, my patience level has dropped.
Yeah, they're waiting for that cold front.
Yeah, waiting for a cold front's never gonna come, or just blast some DEM on the radio.
Right.
Calm everybody down some. Right. You know, calm them down.
Yeah, who needs to cool down when you can heat it all up?
That's it.
But with good positive energy.
Yep. Nah, appreciate you guys hanging out, man. It's been a whole lot of fun. Always good to see all of you.
Pleasure.
Known most of you for a long time, and some of you even longer than that. So it's really cool to hang out and have some beers and some Frank's pizza. And whatever else happens tonight. It's been really fun.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yep. Jesse, anything else you want to add to tonight's show?
No, John, nothing else. It was perfect.
Yeah, man, it was just a good chill night, and I can't wait to hear some of the acoustic stuff. You guys are going to jam some more. All right, this is Vinyl Voices. I want to thank Spindle Tap Brewery for being the beer sponsor, and of course Frank's Pizza for the 3 pizzas that you're seeing, well, empty boxes on the table. This is Vinyl Voices Radio here on ESPN. We'll be right back.
Can we talk about what I felt? Love like this goes away so quickly.
This is Vinyl Voices, brought to you by Adley Law Firm, Houston's personal injury attorneys for 30 years.
Love like this can easily go away again.
It was like my sunshine.